Saving, sending, and printing in Excel 2010. For more info, visit our website exceltutorials.co.za or subscribe to our channel for more videos. What we will be covering in this episode is saving workbooks, sharing and sending our workbooks, and preparing and printing our workbook. Saving workbooks. You can use Save to keep any changes you've made to a file, or you can use Save As to change the file location or format. Okay, to do that, you click on File in the ribbon and click Save. Or you can use a shortcut right there. Save As, File, Save As. You change your type, CSV, Tab Limited, or Excel 97 2003. Those are the ones, and obviously Excel Workbook. Those are the ones that I use most often. Okay. Options. This is to change your save options. I don't use this too often. This is just regarding autosave, and this is the default. That's pretty much it. I don't really use save options that much. File info. Yes. If you notice, if you click on file, the default option, is info. It gives you the name of the file, the location where it is, some properties regarding your file. This is pretty useful, just to see where it is saved if you're not sure, but again you can do that via file save as. That's where mine is stored. That is it for saving. Sharing and sending workbooks. Sometimes when you work on a workbook, you want to send it to someone like your colleague or a friend to update and send it back to you. This is how you do it. Click on File, Save and Send. These are your options under Save and Send, using email, save to the web, or to SharePoint. This is the most common. This is the one that I use most often. Almost every day I send it as an attachment. So it saves it and it sends it via email as an attachment or Excel attachment. So then your colleague or friend can update it and then send it back to you via email. Each option here has got the description here. I'm not going to read it to you, but I'll quickly just say that this is the most common one. And then send as PDF is also quite nice. The advantage for this is it cannot easily be changed, but this can. But obviously in some cases you want people to update or change it, so then you send it as email. Save to web. This is when you use Windows Live SkyDrive, which is similar to Google Drive or Dropbox. So then your colleague or friend can access it from a central point. They can save, they can change it, and then update it on that SharePoint, and then you can also access it via there. SharePoint is similar. It's just not on the web. It's on the intranet or the LAN of your company, for instance. If you want to change file type of your document, you can do that here as well. You can do it in Save As, or you can do it here, or you can create PDF or XPS document that cannot be changed or easily be changed. Okay, that's it. Okay, preparing and printing workbooks. I'll show you how to prepare your document so that it is ready to be printed. Very important here is to know how much of the text will be printed on each page. In some cases you might be restricted to the number of pages that you have to print, or you only want to print a part of your workbook. This is very important. In the ribbon, you click on Page Layout, you go to the Page Setup command group over here. Margins. So now I'm going to specify where the printer must stop printing on each page. Let's say normal. Look at the dotted lines. This shows where each page ends, the next one starts. If I change it to wide, you can see it moved a little bit to the left, and then make it narrow, and it moved a little bit to the right, and at the bottom here it moved a little bit up or down. So in other words, it's squeezing more data or more text on a document. Let me change it to normal. There you can see. So this is going to be one page, and the second page will start this column. Size, this is just the paper that you're printing on, A4 or A5. A5 is smaller, so now you can see obviously the dimensions of the page changed here. Change it back to A4. print area. So now I want to customize it even more and say, you know what, a specific part of the document I want on its own page. So let's select it. Let's say set print area. So now this will be printed on its own page. Let me undo that. Control Z. Breaks. This is very similar. You just specify where one page will stop printing and the next page will start printing. Insert page break. You can see there. So now the first page will print up to here, and the second page will start on this row. Background. I don't really use this too often, but if you want to print your data on top of a background image, let's say Excel tutorials, yes please. And now this is how it's going to print. Although you can't really see much, but you get the idea. Print titles. This is extremely useful. Let me show you first print preview. Okay, you can see the headings and the data under it. Page 2. Oh, wait. Yeah, see, it's already on. Yes, it is. Because I want to show you first what it looked like by default, and then I'll switch it back on. Okay, this is page 2. Now I can see the names, the country, and the career average. Okay, I just know it because I know the document, but if somebody else looks at the document, they won't know what these numbers mean. They have to go back to page 1 every single time to see what the name of the column is. But you can change it with print titles. Print titles, rows to repeat at top on every page. So you click that, and I say row 2 must be repeated every page. Even though it's not changing anything on your actual document, it's just for printing purposes, which is fantastic. So page 2, you can see the headings are there. This is the headings are there, headings are there. There we go. So you've got headings on every page without actually changing your document. Command launcher, this is just a repeat or just another location where the commands are. Orientation, the scaling, the paper size, quality. This you can do at your printer. The printing options. Margins, you can customize it even more if you want to. Header and footer, and just this is a repeat of the print titles. You don't really have to worry about this. It's just the print titles, which is very useful. That's it. Now finally we are at the stage of printing our document. So go to File and Print. Okay, as you've already noticed, this is your print preview. These are your options relating to print, and you'll see some of it you've already set at your page layout options. Okay, this is your printer. This is where you actually print, the number of copies, settings. Okay, I only want to print my active sheet. Remember, your workbook has several sheets, or you want to print the whole workbook, which is also useful, or only a selection. Correlated 1 to 3. So if you've got 3 pages, it must print 1 to 3, 1 to 3, or you want to print 1 on 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. This is a lot more useful. Orientation, you can also set the page layout, as I've explained. This paper size also, and margins. Now scaling, this is quite nice. Okay, if you know scaling, you must just print as it is. But now you can shrink your data on one page if you want to. See, now it's only one page, just very small, or let's say just only one of my columns on one page, or all my rows. So also, if you're restricted to the number of pages that you can print, but if you've got a lot of data, you can use scaling. So now it's back to 6 pages. And then finally you can print.